击道奇队在做客费城人队的关键战役中，展现出强大的队伍韧性，成功夺下本季第22次系列赛胜利。比赛中，马克斯·芒西 （Max Muncy） 在平手僵局时敲出关键逆转2分炮，配合埃里克·劳尔 （Eric Lauer） 先发8连胜的神级运势，以及菜鸟捕手道尔顿·拉辛 （Dalton Rushing） 走出4-3阵低潮的大爆发，联手拿下胜利。赛后，芒西坦言那记全垒打原本只是想等待取球，却意外抓到变速球。而劳尔更笑称曾向罗伯兹总教练放话，只要我先发，球队就会赢。接下来，我们就透过中文字幕来收看这段精彩内容。
Home runs in LA Dodger history. Just when you think about kind of with each at bat you have, first I just have to ask you kind of what is it like being you at the plate right now? Because it does feel like every ball you see, you're making a difference in the game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going well right now. Everything feels good. Short little rest did wonders for the body. I think a lot of us felt that way. And, for me right there, I was just trying to get a situation done, and I got rewarded for trying to do the right thing.
Now that you've seen a lot of Tekken, are you thinking more and more about trying to beat EK? Have you reached out to him, or is it just kind of taking it truly one game at a time and see what happens?
No, you just take it one game at a time. I can't think about it because then I go into the box trying to do something that is never a good thing to try to do.
20 seconds to get the ball back. Were you able to get the ball back?
No.
Haven't seen it?
No. It's all right.
TBD.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
How much do you kind of take a minute to appreciate moments like that and kind of what you've done over your time here?
Well, we have a little plane flight tonight, so maybe I'll think about it on the plane. But that's something that when I get home with the family, we kind of talk over those things and we just reminisce on it. But the goal for us is still there, and we got to keep winning games, keep moving forward, and that's really what I'm focused on most.
Max, it came at a time when your home run comes up that they had tied it up. Being able to come back and respond like that in that situation, what's that say about the way you're focused in on what's going on at the plate right now for you?
Yeah, like I said, I was just trying to get a job done. Freddie's on second, less than 2. So my whole goal is get something up to get it to the right side. Nola's a guy that I've really struggled with in the past. That curveball's always given me a lot of fits. So I wanted the curveball to start up out over, and I was fully prepared to just smother it on the ground to Bryce. And, he went with the changeup. And because I was leaning, looking out over, I was able to recognize it, just stay on it, and get a good swing on it.
It's a 22nd series win this year so far. I know there's a lot of face pulled up, but when it's had that kind of number of series wins, a high number of series wins. What's to speak to the consistency which this team has played so far?
Yeah, we just gotta keep going. We're still taking it one game, and you try to win every game that you're
to this game, and ultimately after that early, we say hiccup with the home run, just kind of dialing in on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was definitely a little slow of a start for me, but my main goal is just to be in the zone, really command the zone as well as I can, being off for so long. But I felt like I was able to lock it in after that, and put together a few good innings and keep the team in it to win.
Dave Roberts told us that you have very much told him that when you are on the mound, the team wins. What was that conversation like, and how did you tell him that?
When was that? That was when we were discussing the opener that we used the one time, and I just mentioned to him, I was like, listen, we're 4-0 when I start the game. So, but no, I think, it was more of a joke than anything. I think it was more so just, let's keep this thing rolling. Things are going well. We're scoring runs, throwing the ball well. So making great defensive plays, and, we're just playing good baseball. So, just keep that going.
Are there any cues that you used tonight that you've learned since being here to stay regroup kind of? And what are the cues that you've been helped with since getting here?
I don't know if it's anything new necessarily. I've been working with a mental skills coach for a few years now, and my main focus every pitch is just to execute the pitch, control what I can control, let the defense work behind me, and just make sure I'm putting everything into each pitch. And so it's nice to not, dwell on, a homer or something that doesn't go my way, because ultimately I can't control anything outside of how the ball leaves my hand. And, as long as I do that to the best of my ability every time, should theoretically, by baseball numbers, should work out for me, but it doesn't always. So you gotta have a short memory on those.
In quite a few one-run games, seeing the group come together as a whole today, what did you just like about the offensive performance?
Tonight was a good night. Tonight was a really good night. Early on, Nola, had our number early and was sort of cruising, and Dalton early on the first part of the game just carried us, with the homer to get us on the board, the double to drive in a couple more runs, and which was big. And then, then the lineup took over, and Tommy then took over. So to be able to get some distance with that bases clearing double was huge.
And then you have Eric Lauer, who's been such a steady guy for the rotation. If you look at just whether it was that early home run, but immediately after, how he tends to settle in, what is it like just when he takes the ball and as he kind of grinds through the outing?
It's great. He's a pro. Since he's been with us, he's been fantastic. And, he understands that he gets to start every 6 days. And this time it was probably 13 days, something like that. And, he doesn't want to ever give up the baseball. And, he wants to go as deep as he can. And, that's a good trait for a starting pitcher. So you get cut early and you still find a way to regroup and get outs and go deeper in the game. And, he did a great job for us. And even in that 6th inning to go out there and, get, that left-hand hitter Harper, and then for us to then go to the pen was huge.
Muncie again, after they tie it up, he comes up with a big 2-run home run to put you in the lead for good, and just last 2 nights, how do we say about him?
No, I can't say enough about him. I mean, you're talking about, what he's done for our ball club, the steadiness, the consistency on both sides of the baseball, invaluable. And, even in that situation, he was 0 for 2. He was trying to get the guy over. And then, Nola left a changeup up, out over, and then he homers, to the opposite gap. And he's playing the game. And, he keeps coming up with big hits for us.
You realize that you've won all 8 games that Lauer has pitched in?
He's told me. So when he let me know, it was 6. So he's told me that when he starts, we win. So that's good. And there's something to that. He's a winner.
There always seems to be a guy in the rotation that the team just scores runs for, and he's got 65 runs in his 8 starts. What is that magic?
There's something to it. It's hard to kind of understand it. It changes every year. But I do think that he's a guy that just makes everybody relaxed, and we somehow show out offensively when he's pitching, but I don't know the science behind it.
How was it not just have Tommy back, like this version of Tommy, where it seems like the ankle not close to an issue for him?
It's honestly this is the best version we've seen of him. Typically, he's a dependable defender. You can put him anywhere, which he's certainly shown that. Even that play versus for Henriquez, or for Will Klein was just a great play, to save another run. And, but as far as the left-handed bats that he's had, which he's had a ton of them, in the last couple 2-3 weeks, that's where it's really changed, where he was typically a lefty killer, but his at-bat quality of contact versus right has been outstanding, and it's changed our ball club getting him back.
22nd series win this year. Just what's that mean in terms
What's
of
that?
your 22nd series win this year so far, and when you get a series win like that, and large numbers as many as you have so far, what's to say about the team's consistency throughout this season so far?
It's every team has its ups and downs, but I will say that we're trying to stack wins, trying to win series. And, there's a lot of these series where we lose the first game and, come back and win 2 to win the series. And, we did that here. And, it's a team that's won a lot. And so we do find ways to win.
Dalton have been scuffling for the last 2 weeks. Just what you see is the difference tonight.
I just saw less effort. And, for him to come out and, after a 4 strikeout game and take a day to reset, come back and take good at bats. And I just saw the downshift. I saw a controlled, at bat. And even with the homer, he fell behind 0-2, 1-2 and got to a 3-2 count, fouled a ball off, then hit a homer. And then, there was a breaking ball, after a mound visit that he hits a double on. And he made a quick adjustment, and that was good to see.
Did he handle that stretch better than maybe he has some of the down moments earlier this year, even last year?
Yeah. I mean, I think that he handled it better, certainly better than last year. There's still a lot of room for him to grow, but tonight, and even against that Mesa, that lefty, to line a ball to the third baseman in that 6 hole was a good at bat. And so tonight was a really all around good big league ball game for Dalton.
As he's kind of settled into this amount of workload that no one expected from him this year, what has stood out to you?
What stood out is, he's learning on the run, learning on the job, thrust into it. But I do think that the last couple weeks, some of the struggles has helped him. And I think they'll help him, down the road, whether it's, at bat, behind the plate and, staying with game plans and things like that. So yeah, there's a learning curve, but, this is going to be good for him.
It's been a little streaky this year, but if you look at the overall body of work, how important has it been to have him kind of waiting in the wings with Will Smith now out for a month and a half?
Yeah, overall body of work is certainly good. But the talent that he has, the acumen for baseball that he has, he's just got to continue to keep controlling emotions, take good at bats, and stick to that mindset. And then it'll be really fun to watch him as a player. Certainly, having Will down, we need him right now, so we need him to, be the player that he expects, that we expect. And that comes with, a mindset. And tonight was a clinic on how, a baseball player should play a baseball game.
Series is like a team you might see again in October, and does it add anything, just the way you guys were able to play the last couple nights to turn it around?
Doesn't add anything in the sense that the postseason is certainly different, but it is a team that they're going to be in the postseason. There's a chance that we're going to see them again. We've seen them before in the postseason. So, I don't think it's a measuring stick, but you can certainly sense the intensity, from both sides.
Did you talk to Mark?
Yeah, I talked to Mark.
看完这段赛后访谈，不得不赞叹道奇队休息室所展现出的底蕴与深度。首先是马克斯芒西 Max Muncy 的打击智慧，在地面球双杀与反方向长打之间，他面对过去极度克制自己的宿敌 Aaron Nola， 展现了极高的挥棒纪律与瞬间反应能力，即使原本设定等待取球，依然能凭借优异的打击势也将外角变速球推过反方向全垒打墙。这正是老将在关键时刻的价值所在。其次，埃里克·劳尔 Eric Lauer 的登板必胜定律正成为本季道奇队最神奇的现象。在他先发的8场比赛中，道奇队不仅拿下全胜，更狂轰下65分的打击支援。这种投手在场上展现出的控制力与控球稳定度，无形中给予了整支球队极大的心理安定感。最后，在主将威尔·史密斯 Will Smith 因伤缺阵5个月的艰难时期，菜鸟捕手道尔顿·拉辛 Dalton Rushing 的快速成长至关重要。从前一场吞下4次3振的挫折中迅速调整情绪，此役展现出极佳的打席控制力 Controlled AB， 敲出关键全垒打与清垒2垒安打。这种在实战中吸收教训并快速回稳的精神，正是道奇队能不断拿下系列赛胜利的核心原因。各位球迷朋友，你认为劳尔这套先发必胜的神机能在季后赛继续延续吗？拉辛能否在史密斯缺阵期间成长为下一代顶级捕手？欢迎在